Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. Bitcoin inflow on ETFs 403 million on Friday. Ethereum 461 million. So, as you can see, a lot of buying once again. We had a little bit of red, 4 days of red. And not only that, we had a big mysterious whale from the Satoshi era sell like a couple weeks ago, right? But now we're past that. We're past that. Buying is happening once again. And look, we're ticking upwards. We could be ticking upwards all the way back to 122. Let's get ready for that. All right. Now, in case you didn't know, today is the 5th anniversary of when MicroStrategy entered the game. And this is from the CEO of MetaPlanet. This isn't even from Saylor himself, which is kind of weird. But basically, this is a big endorsement piece on Saylor and MicroStrategy 5 years ago, and then how MetaPlanet copied them. But man, that seemed like it was just yesterday. I still remember when this came out, and no one knew who the hell MicroStrategy was. No one knew who Saylor was. I remember covering this, and it was quite amazing. But no one could have guessed where they would end up now, 5 years later, after embracing the Bitcoin strategy. So you got to hand that to Saylor. He saw it, or maybe he didn't see it, but he definitely led a revolution, and others copied. And now look at where we are, right? So that was 5 years ago. And today he decided to buy some more Bitcoin with his chump change. 155 Bitcoin. This is very, very low for strategy. But still, you know, this is DCA. Okay? You DCA what you have. Whatever you have it. So now they have 628,946. They have spent 46.09 billion. And this is coming from the very first purchase of 250 million. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But of course, it's not just them. Besides ETF inflow, strategy, everyone else, if you add it together, last week, we saw another 5,000 Bitcoins removed from the market, being bought up by the other companies. Okay? So again, it's happening every single week. And even Harvard joined in. Even though back in 2017, when Bitcoin was falling from 20,000, Harvard said that Bitcoin is likely to hit $100 than $100,000. But now that we're past $100,000, they decided to buy $116 million worth of Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETF, regardless. So again, it shows you people like to FOMO at top. But in this case, not top, but still, you get it. People like to FOMO. They don't like to really buy when things are falling or when things are at rock bottom, right? 2018, Bitcoin fell down to $3,000 from 20,000. How many people bought at 3,000? Very little. But how many people bought at 20,000? A lot more. Harvard is doing the same thing. But you know what? Everyone finds their time, even institutions. They always, I guess it's like what Saylor says, everyone gets into Bitcoin when they're meant to get into Bitcoin. Right? That's just really it. But right now, we do have a lot of people getting into Bitcoin. And this chart really tells you something, okay? The red, as you can see in prior times, whenever we have a whole bunch of red, then we have a big rally. Okay, that's how it's always been. And what is red? You may be wondering, retail. Whenever retail, the smart retail, the ones that keep on loading up, when things get a little bit choppy or shaky or weak or fuddish, whatever, during those times, we have seen it many times, earlier this year, last year, prior crypto winters, right? Then you see a lot of pumps afterwards. And here's the funny thing. I mean, like right now, you look at it, we're not in a downtrend. We're not in crypto winter. Yet, we do have a lot of accumulation by retail, which is really good because, again, if you could recognize the pattern, what's coming next, right? What's coming? Well, that brings me to that breakout zone. Excuse me. So, like I said, we started out yesterday. Well, we didn't start out. We ended yesterday. It depends on where you were. But, late last night here in the U.S., we were like at 122, right? And now we're back to about 120. It does seem like, yeah, we cleared out a little liquidity at the bottom. Maybe too many people were too bullish and throwing out their longs yesterday. But that breakout zone is right around the corner. And that is right here. 123. 123.1. And that was basically our previous high. If we could break through that, that is our breakout zone. That's our breakout point, really. So this is really all the zone. The big zone, a cluster of shorts waiting to be liquidated, okay? We're going to press up against that soon. Whether it's today or tomorrow or later this week, I have a feeling, look at it, we're going to be pressing up against that 123 sooner than expected. We're turning around. And once we break out of there, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. How good? Well, if you're looking at something like this, that's predicting where Bitcoin's going to go within the next few months, right? This is exactly showing that right now we're at that breakout zone, right around the 120s, and we will probably head higher to about 170 before the end of the year. But of course, we could break through that point and go even higher and head even to like 200,000 zone, right? But that critical point is right around the corner, right around where we are right now, right? And the beauty is, we're not just seeing Bitcoin go up. We're starting to see alts come back, the entire crypto market doing well. That is awesome, right? Because it looked like earlier this year that the alts were just dying and dying and dying, and there may not be an altcoin season, but now we're starting to see signs that altcoin season is back. It's here, it's beginning, and that's a good thing. Last thing I'll say about Bitcoin is this. A lot of you guys are wondering if we're still following that M2 money supply, the global liquidity. Yes, we are. We're still a little bit behind, but we always track it because basically it makes sense. The liquidity is just how much money is out there. When the countries are printing money, some of that is going to go towards investments. And some of that's going to go into Bitcoin. So again, this is tracking and showing that Bitcoin should be going up to $170,000. And that could be coming within just the next few months. Remember, there are a lot of really bullish things coming, including a lot of spot ETFs. The 401k executive order will hit, and so many other things. Rate cuts, right? Let's not forget that. So many other things coming in the next few months.